morning to you. Just after that interesting conversation you both had there on snus.
What is snus?
Well, see, my sources would know it as snooze, but I think it's changed with the times. Snus is
Your sources?
Yeah, it's a big in football. We'll get to David James' story in just a second because it's inside the papers today. Snus is a tobacco product originating from a variant of dry snuff in the early 18th century in Sweden. It's placed between the upper lip and the gums.
Dry what?
Dry what?
No.
What do you say, dry what?
Dry snuff.
That's what I called it.
Yeah, so it's been around for years.
The Confederate soldiers used to have it in the Civil War. What are you talking about? They used to chew backy, didn't they?
They did actually,
Yeah, there you go.
And that's it. And they shove it up
Them
into their
carton
gums.
picking, those kind of guys, aye.
They get that high, but it's it is becoming a bit of an epidemic as David
It needs to
James
stop.
says.
I'm with Jamesy. Is it Jamesy
Anyway,
wanting to
don't
stop?
worry about that. Move on. We don't care about that.
Says it's having a
Football's
detrimental effect on players' performances, but I actually agree. The amount of I don't when you
Just
see it
bad
in
for you.
circles, they're shoving it up into the gums.
Never mind it. It's just
good
bad
look.
for you. Just why are you doing it?
Yeah, but it is a bit of a problem. Lots
You and I
of
don't do it, it's
footballers.
bad for us.
So is 8 pints, but we do
I
it.
said it once in my mouth.
This is very
But
true.
that's legal.
This is very true. Back pages of the papers today dominated by Declan Rice's 105 million smiling face at Kenilworth Road
Brilliant.
last night. I mean, dying seconds. The drama.
Couldn't believe it.
The drama in last night's
Couldn't
game.
believe it.
David Raya up for debate once again today. I mean, what's bugging me here and what will bug Arsenal fans is that Mikel Arteta said, I want to be able to make that change in a goalkeeper during a game if I can. So why aren't you? Like, why aren't you bringing on Adam Ramsdale? You were the one who said it, that you wanted to be able to do that.
You can't do that.
I think he's put them both under pressure.
Of course it has.
Yeah.
And it would put them under more pressure if you start taking them off, making mistakes.
All the away fans and all that.
Oh man, it's.
I know he's meant to be great with his feet, but again, I was watching that first game, Wolves Burnley. I'm like, don't play out from the back if you haven't got the players to do it. For God's sake.
Luton were great. I mean, it was a great game. It was. I've got to say, I really felt for Rob Edwards and Luton. Talk about run about. Talk about closing people down. Talking about playing the game the right way. Brilliant, Luton.
Yeah.
Manchester United boys should have looked at that.
But how can they be down there, Ali? Does that mean they can only raise the game against the big boys?
Well, no, because I looked at the stats. Obviously, we sent the stats. Luton have that's the fourth game they've lost at home, right? And I think they've all been by one goal.
Mm-hmm.
They lost a 95th minute equaliser to Liverpool, 97th minute winner to last night to the Arsenal. I think if they keep that for them,
yeah,
going
but if Everton hadn't lost the points, they'd be third from bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Well, this is it. I mean,
It's
if
a
they
big
can
league.
keep nicking points along the way, last night was a great performance from Luton. Just on the subject of Aaron Ramsdale, does he need to start this weekend against Villa?
I don't think he will. I think Arteta's, he'll puff his chest out and say, no, he's my number one. He starts. By the way, we should mention Havertz as well. Well done. He's now beginning to get a goal or two. So well done him, because I was baffled where he was going to play, but he's now turned up with important goals.
Yeah.
You heard that audio of Mikel Arteta speaking to the Moose, not answering questions about his decisions to play David Raya. We're also seeing Erik ten Hag in the back pages of the papers today for pushing back against the press and against the journalists who had put out a story. A number of organisations had put out this story on losing the dressing room without contextualising the information and going to the club to get confirmation. Stick with me is the back page of the Sun. Erik ten Hag.
When was that? A week or two ago?
This is it. And to be fair, it ties in with what you said
about 5-6 weeks ago
about the fact that you had till December and then the tables will turn. So they've put out.
What I said was, by all accounts, and I wasn't 100% sure, but I was told that he wouldn't be sacked before December the 1st because it would be too expensive. But after that, if results don't improve, he's gone.
And December the 1st, these stories started, and journalists now in trouble because they didn't check it with the club. So 4 journalists have been banned from the press conference.
That's
Banned for why?
For putting out stories without checking it with the club first, without getting their comment.
That's ridiculous.
But is it not a case of the clubs taking control? Pep Guardiola had a massive rant, a 6-minute rant yesterday about Jamie Carragher and Micah Richards saying that perhaps things are changing. Pep Guardiola's bit back saying, we won a treble, you've never done that before. Listen to this, it's quality.
If you ask me, we are going to win the Premier League. If we play in the level, so Liverpool and Tottenham, we are going to win it again. The people don't believe it already for 3 draws, but we're going to do it again, knowing that it's not easy because no team have done it yet.
I think Pep's Pep. He's a genius. And at half-time, City should have buried Spurs. Then Spurs suddenly got the game going, possession going, brilliant, and they deserved that. But I still think City win it. Don't worry about that. They're still the best side for me.
But that's the thing, the amount of people that are coming out and saying, oh, 3 draws in a row. Oh, there's questions to be asked there. Is something changing at City? Is there a complacency? So now we're seeing managers start bite back at the press. It's an interesting time.
But what's Pep biting back for? Well, why are you getting involved?
Say no.
Just ignore it. He's got bigger fish to fry than worry about people that Jamie and Gary Neville and us, what we've got to say. Just concentrate on your job, which you've been doing, as it happens, brilliantly, and just continue doing that.
And I think they'll win the double again. I think they'll win the Champions League and the Premier League.
And by the way, for the record, Peter, a Man United fan, says middle of the road, sang chirpy, chirpy, cheap, cheap.
It was middle of the road.
It was middle of the road. Peter, brilliant son, magic.
It's amazing how chirpy you are from.
And do you know where middle of the road we're from?
There's an obvious answer there.
Glasgow.
Yeah,
no.
Because Chick Young was married to the lead singer. Oh, I can't remember her name.
And the sweet lead singer was from Glasgow as well.
Brian Connolly.
Blockbuster.
Who was his half brother?
Oh, I know this. You've told me before, and I forget as well. No, you're right.
Brian Connolly,
was an actor,
lead singer.
Yes, yeah.
Lead singer of Sweets. His brother was Mark McManus. I'll give you a clue.
Taggart.
There's going to be a murder.
Oh, amazing from you too.
And he lived down Aikenhead Road, my part of the world.
Oh, it's an education.
You used to have to be very careful going up there after a Rangers Celtic game.
Especially with your face tripping. Coming up, what is the sexiest car? We discuss that next. That was a look at today's back pages.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.